Dear friends, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear fellow ambassadors, good afternoon everyone and Happy New Year to all of you. I wish you great health, patience, prosperity, well-being for the 2023 and far, far beyond. In my capacity as the permanent representative of Kazakhstan, the country which initiated this flag installation ceremony, I am very honored and pleased to conduct this solemn event in close cooperation with Ambassador Ishikane Kimihiro of Japan, President of the Security Council for the month of January, and with the kind support of the Protocol Office of the United Nations Secretariat. Today, on the first business day of the new year, I welcome Ecuador, Japan, Malta, Mozambique, and Switzerland, our distinguished incoming members of the Security Council for 2023-2024, as they take their seats in this premier body of the United Nations. We are confident that these 5 new members will bring much depth and focus to the pressing issues of global peace and security we all face. Dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, as we begin a new year, it is clear that the global situation continues to be marked by numerous challenges and crises. From ongoing conflicts and humanitarian calamities to the negative impacts of climate change and the pandemic, the needs of the international community are vast and varied. Addressing these acute issues requires cooperation and solidarity, as well as the commitment of all member states working towards common goals and upholding the principles of the United Nations of international law. Dear new members of the Security Council, we have no doubt that you will be engaged in earnest and make a resolute contribution to its work in these 2 crucial years ahead. I most sincerely congratulate you, all of you, and wish you every success in your endeavors and to stay determined, focused, and united. I thank you. Now I'd like to give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Ishikane Kimihiro, Permanent Representative of Japan, President of the Security Council for the month of January. Ambassador.
Good morning and Happy New Year. Let me start by thanking the permanent representative of Kazakhstan for taking the initiative and putting together this ceremony. Of course, it is an honor to be here representing Japan as a new member of the Security Council, receiving the trust from the GA members. In addition, Japan holds the Council presidency in January, the very first month, so it's really challenging for me. The international peace and security are being tested around the world. Our responsibilities as Security Council members are bigger than ever. We need to reconfirm the principles and philosophy of the UN Charter, to uphold the rule of law, and to consider what we can do for the many people whose security and livelihoods are under threat today. Japan emphasizes 3 points. First, active contribution to global peace and security. Second, addressing the common challenges of the international community based on the idea of human security. And third, strengthening the rule of law. With all that in mind, we would like to fulfill our duties in cooperation with the Council members and other member states. And finally, we appreciate the outstanding contributions made by India, Ireland, Kenya, Mexico, and Norway, who completed their terms at the Council at the end of last year. I thank you.
I thank the distinguished permanent representative of Japan, President of the Security Council, and let me invite permanent representatives of Ecuador, followed by Malta, then followed by Mozambique and Switzerland, also to give their remarks.
Thank you. Good morning. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you, Ambassador. Let me thank Kazakhstan and your team for hosting this special ceremony. Let me also welcome our fellow new incoming members, Japan, Malta, Mozambique, and Switzerland, and congratulate the remarkable work done by India, Ireland, Kenya, Mexico, and Norway. Ecuador has been waiting for this opportunity to have a seat in the Security Council for 31 years. We are proud, honored, and thankful to the UN membership that entrusted us with this important responsibility, knowing that our obligation has always been respectful of international law and the Charter of the UN. As a United Nations founder, we are devoted to multilateralism, and we reaffirm today our faith in the fundamental rights, dignity, and value of humankind. The United Nations and its Charter will serve the purposes as long as member states work to make them strong. Therefore, we cannot be silent in this current situation. The military aggression against Ukraine is driving the world toward its worst humanitarian crisis, economic crisis, since World War II. The Security Council is called upon to find mechanisms to reestablish peace in this and all other conflicts. We are ready to work together with all members of the Council in all efforts to strengthen transparency, coherence, and accountability. Ecuador is also committed to promote and implement the Women, Peace and Security Agenda, as well as effective peace building and regional arrangement for the maintenance of international peace and security. El Ecuador seguirá siendo un socio confiable en la promoción de los esfuerzos de paz y seguridad en el mundo y en nuestra región, en donde, entre otros, trabajaremos de cerca los temas de Haití y de Colombia. Buscaremos aportar nuestro contingente diplomático para lograr acuerdos en donde sea posible, cuenten con nosotros. Aprovecho esta oportunidad para desearles nuevamente un feliz año lleno de éxito. Muchas gracias.
Excellencies, colleagues, today is a historic day for Malta as we return to the UN Security Council for the second time in our nation's history. Sitting on the Security Council provides Malta with an opportunity to contribute to the maintenance of international peace and security. It gives Malta a chance to work towards safeguarding the values and principles enshrined in the UN Charter at a time when these values and principles are most threatened. It is in this context that I am honored to represent Malta and stand along with representatives from Ecuador, Japan, Mozambique, and Switzerland during today's ceremony. I pay thanks to the mission of Kazakhstan for hosting this event and extend our congratulations to the outgoing members, India, Ireland, Kenya, Mexico, and Norway, for their significant contributions over the past 2 years. Our upcoming tenure as an elected member on the Security Council continues our years of active multilateral engagement. Serving on the Council is a significant responsibility. We will rise to the challenge and the opportunity. Malta is a bridge builder committed to neutrality, disarmament, peace, and consensus through dialogue with all. We will be guided by the 3 pillars of security, sustainability, and solidarity, and will continue to advocate for peace, security, stability, dialogue, de-escalation, and respect of international law. Leading on matters of children and armed conflict, advancing the women, peace, and security agenda, highlighting climate change as an existential threat, and emphasizing literacy as a peace-building tool are some of the focuses we will pursue during the next 2 years. In a spirit of respect and openness, we look forward to working with all actors, from the media, civil society, to UN member states, in order to deliver on the Security Council's most important mandate of upholding and maintaining international peace and security. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, His Excellency Ambassador of Kazakhstan, Mr. President of the Security Council, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and privilege for me to take the floor in this important ceremony. I wish to thank the permanent representative of Kazakhstan for initiating and upholding this tradition. Today is an important date. It marks Mozambique's historical assumption of its first ever mandate as a non-permanent member of the Security Council for the term 2023-2024. On behalf of His Excellency Felipe Jacinto Nyusi, President of the Republic of Mozambique, I wish to reiterate Mozambique's profound gratitude to all member states of the United Nations for electing our country on the 9th of June 2022 with universal support. We therefore embrace this Security Council membership with a sense of great responsibility. We herewith pledge to fully devote our energies in cooperation with fellow members of this august body to the maintenance of peace and security worldwide. This is the primary responsibility the Charter has assigned to the Council. The primacy of peace, the imperative of searching for peaceful solutions to conflicts, and the duty to cooperate with other nations are sacred principles enshrined in the Constitution of the Republic of Mozambique. As an elected member, we will therefore attach great importance to situations that constitute serious threats to peaceful existence of states in the 21st century. Paramount among contemporary threats to international peace and security is the progressive Africanization of terrorism affecting our continent. We think it must be stemmed and reversed. The international community must pull together its efforts towards this endeavor. The United Nations was created to be a center for harmonizing the actions of nations in the attainment of our common goals, including international peace and security, the pursuit of friendly relations among nations, and international cooperation. We believe achieving these goals can open avenues, as the Charter says, for the promotion of social progress and better standards of life in larger freedom. We must continue to live up to the Charter's call. Finally, let me wish you all a very fulfilling and peaceful 2023. Thank you very much.
Excellencies, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, new is the year, renewed are our hopes and spirits, so let me first wish you and your families all the best for 2023. As we have that sentiment of a crossroad, let me also express, along with the hopes that come with every new year, a special wish for a stronger resolution to invest tirelessly and together in a more peaceful world. I thank the permanent representative of Kazakhstan for hosting this ceremony and for the warm words of welcome he addressed to us newcomers who will certainly never forget this moment. Let me honor the words of my dear colleagues from Ecuador, Japan, our President of the Month, Malta, and Mozambique about this path that we will walk together in a spirit of shared duty. Let me also acknowledge our predecessors and the strong legacy they have left us, elected members of the Council. And while I stand here representing my country, which joins the Security Council for the first time in its history, I feel a deep sense of humility and responsibility. I would like to express our gratitude to the members of the General Assembly for the confidence you have placed in Switzerland by electing us to the Council. Exactly 175 years ago, my country adopted the first democratic constitution in Europe. It was far from perfect, but we have built upon this foundation and worked hard so that today Switzerland has a deeply rooted democratic tradition. And 20 years ago, we became the only country whose membership in the UN was approved by a popular vote. You can believe us when we say we will honor your trust by upholding the accountability that we owe you as a member of this Council, guided by the principle in our Swiss Constitution, which calls upon us to work towards a peaceful and just world. In today's ceremony, our youngest team member and former youth delegate is holding the Swiss flag, since we shall never forget that the Charter mandates us in its very first sentence to work for the succeeding generations. To achieve lasting peace, we need the voices of young people. To achieve lasting peace, we need the voices of women. To achieve lasting peace, we need the voices, hands, and hearts of everyone. As UN member states, we owe future generations no less than our full dedication every single day. So as an elected member, Switzerland will work for a council which protects civilians and supports communities in building peace. A council with a keen understanding of today's major challenges for peace and security, including climate change, and the council with efficient working methods. Our actions will be guided by universality and impartiality, and in doing so, let international law, human rights, and humanitarian principles be our compass. The road to peace looks rough today. Millions of people suffer the consequences of armed conflict. Many more live in a peace that is too fragile to build on and prosper. And all along, new threats block the path forward. But we are set on building bridges, fostering dialogue, and surmounting these obstacles in a common effort with all members of the Council. Lest we forget, in the words of Henri Dunant, founder of the ICRC and citizen of Geneva, I quote, "Our real enemy is not the neighboring nation. It's hunger, cold, poverty, ignorance, routine, superstition, and prejudice." Let me end with the Swiss motto written in the cupola of our parliament building: Unus pro omnibus, omnes pro uno, one for all and all for one. It symbolizes that one should strive towards unity and solidarity together. We certainly will. I thank you.
I thank distinguished permanent representative of the 5 new members of the Security Council, and again wish them energy, patience, and strong spirit of cooperation. And dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, let us proceed. I have the honor to announce and to commence the ceremony of flag installation. Please proceed with the ceremony. Thank you.
The national flag of Ecuador. The national flag of Japan. The national flag of Malta. The national flag of Mozambique. The national flag of Switzerland.
Dear colleagues, now I invite all permanent representatives for family photo.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony has now officially concluded.
Congratulations.